The steps spiraled downward, slick with a faint glowing moss that pulsed softly beneath my boots. I trailed my hand along the wall, the texture coarse and warm as though alive. The hum grew louder the deeper I descended, resonating not just in the air but in my bones. Each step felt heavier than the last, as if the planet itself sought to slow my progress. The word Ahkestrin echoed in my mind, a chant without rhythm. I still couldn't shake the unease of knowing the glyphs but not understanding them. I'd read them, felt their weight, but their meaning eluded me. The mystery gnawed at my sanity. If it had meaning, why didn't I know it? And why did the word feel familiar? At the bottom of the staircase, the air grew thick and cool. I stepped into a cavern vast enough to swallow a city. The ceiling was lost to shadow, but the walls shimmered with an iridescent sheen, patterns forming and dissolving in an endless dance. In the center of the cavern stood a structure, ancient and geometric, its surface etched with more glyphs. At its apex, a circular portal pulsed with a faint light. "Anastasia," I whispered, though I knew she wasn't here. The portal's glow seemed to flicker in response, but that could have been my imagination. I approached cautiously, each step sending ripples through the silence. The structure's glyphs shifted as I neared, rearranging into new patterns, new words I could read. One must enter to understand. The voice returned, not external but internal, a whisper threading through my thoughts. I hesitated, gripping the edge of the structure. The portal pulsed, brighter now, almost insistent. My fingers brushed the glyphs, and a jolt shot through me. Memories. No, impressions flooded my mind. Vast cities buried beneath alien soil, towers of crystal spiraling into skies of burning gold, and a face. Not human, but not wholly strange. It was watching me. I stepped back, heart racing. The portal's glow faded momentarily, then returned. Whatever lay beyond, it wasn't human, but it wanted me. The shards I'd carried here began to hum in unison, their frequencies aligning with the portal. I didn't understand it, but I felt it. The shards were part of this place, and so was I. I took a breath and stepped through. The transition was instantaneous and disorienting. One moment I was stepping into light. The next, I stood in a room that defied logic. The walls were seamless and black, yet shimmered with an inner glow. Symbols, more glyphs, floated in the air, shifting and twisting. They seemed alive, sentient, aware of my presence. Ahead, a pedestal rose from the floor, its surface engraved with a map or a diagram. I stepped closer, drawn to it, and the glyphs reassembled into something coherent. Ahkestrin, the source, the bridge. The voice was louder here, its tone resonating with authority. I placed my hand on the pedestal, and the room shifted. The walls dissolved, replaced by a vast expanse of stars and swirling nebulae. Floating before me was the planet, its surface alive with light and motion. I realized this wasn't only a world, it was also a machine, ancient and incomprehensible. And I was connected to it. The glyphs swirled around me, forming a narrative I could feel rather than read. This world wasn't just a place. It was also a repository, a library of life and knowledge collected over millennia. Its purpose was unclear, but one truth shone through. Humanity wasn't the first to find it. We were the latest in a line of species that had come seeking answers. Some had succeeded, others had been consumed by the mysteries they uncovered. I thought of the shards, the way I could read the glyphs. Had the planet changed me? Or had I been changed long before I arrived? The question lingered, unanswered. As I stared at the map, a new symbol appeared, glowing brighter than the rest. It pointed to a location deeper beneath the planet's surface. The voice returned, a single word echoing in my thoughts. Go. The path was treacherous. The caverns twisted and turned, their walls alive with strange bioluminescent growths. The air grew colder, and the hum that had guided me thus far became a roar. It wasn't just sound. It was a pressure, a weight pressing down on my chest. Yet, I couldn't stop. The pull was too strong. Along the way, I encountered remnants of other visitors. Tools corroded beyond recognition, fragments of clothing, even bones. Each artifact told a story of those who had come before me, seekers of the same truth. But what had happened to them? Why had they failed? I reached a chamber unlike any I'd seen before. At its center stood a crystalline obelisk, its surface glowing with a kaleidoscope of colors. Around it, glyphs hovered in intricate patterns. The obelisk pulsed, resonating with the shards in my possession. I placed them into corresponding slots, and the room came alive. The obelisk projected an image into the air, a humanoid figure, tall and slender, with eyes that burned like stars. It spoke, its voice a harmony of tones that defied human comprehension. Yet I understood. You are the bridge. You carry the seed of understanding. The cycle must continue. I asked the only question that mattered. Why me? The figure tilted its head as though amused. You were chosen long before you arrived. The answer lies within you. Remember. With that, the obelisk shattered, its fragments dissolving into light. The glyphs around me faded, and the chamber began to collapse. I ran, the roar of the planet growing deafening. As I emerged back into the open air, I saw the sky change. The indigo and yellow gave way to a deep, luminous violet. The planet was waking. I'd returned to the surface, but it wasn't the same. The planet's rhythm had changed, its pulse slower, more deliberate. Whispers in the wind were gone, replaced by a steady, omnipresent hum. The fragments I'd collected were gone, absorbed into the planet. In their place, I carried a new understanding. The glyphs had been encoded into me, altering my perception. I could see the connections now, between the planet, myself, and the larger universe. This wasn't merely an isolated globe orbiting a random star. It was a keystone, a linchpin in a vast network of worlds. And that network had a name, Ahkestrin. The glyphs no longer appeared as static symbols. They flowed across the landscape, alive and vibrant. And I could read them, all of them. The words told a story of creation and destruction, of cycles repeating endlessly. Humanity was part of that now, its fate intertwined with Ahkestrin. The voice returned, quieter now, almost gentle. The choice is yours. Continue the rhythm or break it. I thought of Anastasia and the children I'd left behind, of Earth, struggling to survive amidst overpopulation and dwindling resources. Could I condemn humanity to the same fate as the others who had failed here, or could I forge a new path? I choose, I said, my voice steady. The ground beneath me shifted, and a doorway appeared. Beyond it lay a shimmering expanse, a portal to somewhere else. Perhaps it led back to Earth, or perhaps to a new world, a new beginning. The choice was mine. As I stepped through, I felt the weight of the planet's gaze upon me. The mysteries of Ahkestrin were not entirely solved, but I carried its essence with me. The rhythm would continue. The last thing I saw before the light consumed me was a single word, etched into the air like a promise, Ahkestrin, and then silence.